Jeremy TV.
Jeremy here, and I had said in an earlier video or two that this channel is going to be all about my life and a lot of the things that I do, and I have a lot of different things going on like most everyone else. And today I am going on a drone photography job. Actually, I'm going on two, and I said that I was going to try to do some drone videos, and today I'm going to try to do one. And so these jobs are down closer to where I work than where I live, so I'm headed to town. I've got two that I need to finish up. I actually got started on them last weekend and was only able to do the interiors of the homes because the wind was blowing. Now it's blowing a little bit today too, but I got the compass fixed in the drone. I was going to document that, and the video just didn't turn out very good, so I just scrapped that plan. But I got the new compass in. I don't seem to be getting the interference message now, so hopefully I won't get those compass errors. And when things are working right, the drone can handle wind. I've flown plenty of times in fairly heavy wind and not had any trouble, and I hope that's the case today. But one of my more popular packages that I do for my drone photography business is the virtual tour, which includes both the aerial stuff outside in video format and also a tour of the inside of the home. And believe it or not, I just do it with the drone and walk through the home, and that gimbal on the camera keeps the camera real stable. And if you combine that with walking softly and not making quick movements, you can get some real nice smooth video inside the house. At any rate, I've got these two jobs to finish up today. I hate doing them like this. I like going in and knocking them completely out when I'm there, but sometimes things just happen, and with that drone compass giving me errors and not being reliable, I just have not felt the desire to fly in any kind of wind. I just haven't trusted it enough to fly it in wind. So there is some wind today. It's probably blowing 10 to 15 right now, maybe gusting a little bit higher than that, but I don't think it's going to be anything that's going to hurt it. As long as it's flying right, I think it'll be fine. Okay, so I'm here at the first property that I'm going to do today. This one's actually vacant, so it's a little easier to work with. You don't have to worry about the homeowners being here. Just pull in, get the job done, get out. Okay, so not long after I launched on the first job of two that I was going to finish up today, I had another compass error, and this time it did not recover, and the drone crashed to the ground from about 200 feet. It pretty much did not survive, and at this point I'm so aggravated with it, I'm tired of messing with it, and I'm just going to sell the stupid thing. I've already purchased a new one. I've upgraded to the Phantom 4. Honestly, I didn't even want to buy a DJI because I've had a lot of trouble with this Phantom 3 standard lately, and I'm frustrated with it. I've done a lot of research. I probably should have sent it somewhere to have it repaired, but in the research I did, I thought that the compass would fix the problems because so many others had had the same type of issue, and so many had said that the new compass fixed their problem. So clearly it didn't fix mine. It flew great on the test flight the other day at home. I didn't have one single signal error from the compass on that test flight at home, and that thing flew longer than it's flown in a while. I had great range on it. I did not get one single interference error from the drone at home. I get it out here, and granted it was very windy. It was probably too windy to fly, but I knew if things were working right that the drone would be fine, and it was fine for about 5 minutes. I flew it out about 1,500 feet or so away from where I was standing. I could still see and hear it. and I did actually lose a signal briefly on it, and because I was standing at the front of the house. I try to stay out of the shots when I do those. I was standing at the front of the house, so I moved around to the back of the house. It had started returning home, and I picked the signal back up. It said aircraft disconnected briefly, but I wasn't worried because I knew it was on its way back to the starting point. And then it did, and I regained connection. It was tracking fine. It was showing it returning to home. I let it get within a couple 100 feet of where I was standing, and I canceled it, and it hovered. It was fine, and I was going to do a point of interest flight, which gives you the option to set a point of interest, then set a radius, and start the flight, and it will circle that point of interest automatically for as long as you allow it to fly, or until, of course, until it runs out of battery. And I love those shots because it gets a great smooth shot. It's a good way to showcase a house and some land, and I thought, you know, this will be perfect. And I hadn't even got 500 or 600 feet away from where I was standing, and I got a compass error. And I didn't panic. I immediately went to return to home. But the last image I saw on the screen of my phone through the app was the camera was tilted badly, which is pretty much the MO for that error. And it's happened several times, and I thought it was fixed. Well, the wind was blowing pretty hard today, and I don't know what happened exactly. I haven't looked at the footage off the drone yet. I'm going to look at that when I get home. But it crashed. It fell 200 feet from the sky and hit a field, and it ejected the battery. I found the battery about 20 feet away from the drone. The camera broke off its mount and came unplugged, and it kicked it about 10 to 15 feet away from the drone. And the drone came to rest on basically on the side, on two of its corners, sideways. It didn't break the landing gear, so that tells me that it landed pretty much nose down. It didn't break the landing gear. I was surprised at the shape. The camera was in good shape. I think it's still probably fine. You know, and someone that knows what they're doing with drones can probably get a new case for this one. They can buy a new shell and repair it. But honestly, I don't know what's going on in there with that stupid compass, and I'm frustrated with it, and I'm just done with it. You know, I've loved this drone. I've enjoyed the time I've had it. I've got a lot of great footage with it, and made some really good memories of my family's vacation last year. My favorite video I've ever done is the one where we're flying over the Pacific Ocean and they're playing in the water. That video sometimes nearly moves me to tears. Just enjoying, you know, remembering that trip and just spending time with family, and the music with it is just spectacular. I love that video. It's my all-time favorite. I made a lot of good memories with it. It flew over 4 states, and I've made some money with it. Not a lot, but I paid for it, you know, with the money I've made from drone photography. But at this point, I'm done with this drone. I'm tired of fighting with it. I'm tired of it not being reliable. It needs to be reliable. If I've got a job, I need to know that it can go out and do the job and not act stupid and cause me grief. So I'm going to put it on eBay, sell it as is. I don't know what the status of those motors is going to be. I don't know the status of the electronics inside, and I'm not going to mess with it at all. I'm aggravated, I'm frustrated, I'm disappointed right now. I don't know. I know things happen, and I'm thankful that all that happened was it fell out of the sky and broke. I'm thankful that it didn't land on anything or anybody. You know, honestly, it didn't surprise me all that much with the troubles I've been having lately, but I honestly thought it was fixed, and I have a 4 ordered, and if I didn't need one, so I've got 3 jobs right now waiting on me to finish. I've got 2 of them partly done. The interiors are done on the 2. I've got 1 I've got to do completely. I had to shuffle my schedule around this weekend. I was going to finish them all up today and tomorrow. Now I'm going to have to put that off until the new drone can come in. I've got the DJI Phantom 4 ordered. It's got a better camera. It's got more redundancy built into it in terms of the compass and the IMU. It's got a lot of obstacle avoidance built into it that the Phantom 3 standard did not have. I just hope, honestly, I'm not real big on DJI right now. I'm pretty freaking mad, to be honest. But I don't know enough about the other brands to jump into one, and I don't have the time right now to research it. So I went ahead and bought a Phantom 4.
And I'm going to take my chances with that. You know, I know DJI. I'm familiar with how it operates. I'm going to go ahead and go with it and see what happens. So I really didn't intend for this to go this way today. I intended this to be a completely different video, but I'm going to go ahead and upload it because, you know, it's my life. It's stuff that happens, and I want this to be pretty real. I mean, I don't really want things to be perfect and polished, and I mean, I want to put good content out, but you know, today completely turned out differently than I expected. So I want to include that. I want you to get a glimpse into my life. So I'm going to get in and get this stuff done at Walmart. I'm going to get home, and once I get that footage downloaded, I'll include that in the video as well. So today is the day after I had the drone crash, and I had mentioned in yesterday's segment of this video that I was going to include footage that I offloaded from the drone once I got back to the house. And I took the SD card out, plugged it into the computer, and it would not play the file. I tried to put it into my video editing software thinking maybe it would decode it. It did not play the file. I tried multiple programs, they would not play. So apparently, I don't know if the drone maybe didn't convert the file at the end of the recording like it typically does. I don't know if there's a process there that never happened because it crashed before it could do the process. I don't know if maybe the crash itself caused something to corrupt in the file, and I don't know exactly what happened, but at any rate, it did not record. I mean, it recorded. There was a gigabyte worth of data on the SD card, but it was not playable. So I'm not a super computer sleuth, so I was not able to recover the file. So that part's forever gone, and I was kind of interested to see what that crash looked like, because I suspect it had something to do with landing on a corner and doing at least one flip. But I did offload some footage from the phone, because while the drone is recording to the mini SD card, micro SD card, it is also sending footage to the phone, and that is normally not anywhere near the quality. And it's also apt to cut out based on, you know, radio interference, which is pretty common depending on the distance away from the remote. So I got all of the footage from the start of the flight to probably 5 seconds from the end, but it did show the initial compass error. It showed the camera tilting, and then it showed the drone going completely. Instead of sitting upright like it normally does, it showed the drone tilting sideways and starting to fall, and then the video ended. So I will get that part added to this video and get it posted. But I want to thank anyone who is here watching for being here. I appreciate it. We are slowly building subscribers to the channel. Way too slowly for my taste, but it is happening. I'm thankful to those who are here. Thank you for being here. I hope that in a year or so I can look back and have a few thousand subscribers and say, you know, those first 5 were real special, and I appreciate them. You know, because that's what the channel's sitting at as I speak right now, is 5 subscribers last I looked. I think things will grow. I think I'll keep contributing content, and things will grow. We'll get there. And I hope in a year I can look back and say, hey, you know, things started out slow, but they're in a good place now. But anyway, if you are here and you're watching, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I know that everyone's time is valuable, and you know, if you're here, you know, that's time that you could be doing something else or somewhere else. So believe me, I understand the value of time, and if you're here watching, thank you. If you like this video, go ahead and give her a thumbs up. If you like the type of things that we do here on this channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And if you want immediate notification of new uploads, click the bell icon next to the subscribe channel button. Next to the subscribe channel button, maybe next to the subscription button, or the subscribe. It's the subscribe button. That's what it's called. Next to the subscribe button. But if you have any comments, questions, or just want to check in where you're watching from, go ahead and drop that in the comment section right down below. Thanks again for being here. I look forward to seeing you soon.